What a masterpiece. I have just watched Obsession on Plex, on the Plex app. Yep. And the film's premise is that is about a man who uses a magical object to make his crush fall in love with him, leading to dangerous, obsessive consequences. and and I don't mean to jump the gun here, but I found my favorite horror movie. And I I literally thought that the other successful horror films like the Megan movies and Backrooms and Abigail, I thought those were amazing, but Obsession, way better. I mean, I love how the story is well structured and how it's written. And the characters are like well developed, and none of them, like literally none of them, felt one note. And yeah, because they actually showed like they actually showed actual character, and and it did have and it did have some jump scares and everything, and the movie itself, well, it actually gave off like a Lifetime movie vibe, but with a horror twist, because, well, being that it's a psychological horror film, it it made sense, because I know certain psychological horror films like the Orphan movies and all that. Yeah, they each like felt they each felt like Lifetime movies with a horror vibe to them, and I mean, well, Lifetime movie vibe with a horror twist, as I mentioned about this movie, and they actually worked. I mean those films worked, and so did this one. And the environments looked impressive. Yeah, and then and it and like I said, it did have like certain jump scares and all that. And then it's like you just don't see him coming, like, because you know what they say, you gotta expect the unexpected. Yeah, and from what I've learned about this movie is that you gotta treat your crush with respect, and you also have to be careful with what you wish for, because because you gotta make the correct wish, like no matter the outcome. And then and you gotta stay true to yourself. And then yeah, that's what I learned about this from this movie. And yeah, so anyways, I strongly recommend Obsession, because this movie is no doubt amazing. And I already ordered my 4K copy of the film, but it's not yet been delivered, so I'm patient enough to wait. I mean, at the same time, I can hardly wait, because I love this movie. I love this movie so much, and in fact, and this movie obviously has received like such critical acclaim, and it was also a financial success, so much so that I might I think we might get a sequel or some sort. But anyways, yes, this film is great. I highly recommend it to those that have seen it in theaters or not, or to all my fellow physical media collectors out there. Well, there's your chance to go buy it from whichever store that they have them at. So yeah, this film gets a whopping 10 out of 10 stars. masterpiece. So anyways, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about Obsession. I will. And stay awesome, my peeps.